Hello, beautiful sisters. I'm so excited for you to be here and for everyone else tuning in later. I'm Elena. I'm a transformation coach and intuitive guide. I'm helping people live from the heart and live a life that is wildly joyful. So hopefully in this session as well, you will connect with this joy within yourself. Um, so in then I wanted to, I don't know if you read the description, but I wanted to connect with um, different archetypes within yourself and receive guidance and insights from embodying different parts of ourselves. So before we go into this topic, I would love us to just take a moment to ground and settle into the space. Just close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Just feel yourself landing into the space, feeling the surface beneath your roots. Just feeling that connection to the earth and the sky, like the beautiful meditation that Ola gave us earlier. Just feeling that grounding, everything you receive from that session and what you're ready to now open up to. Just let yourself rest here and be with, maybe you have some thoughts about what this session will be about. Maybe you have some nerves, maybe you have some excitement or whatever it might be. Just let all of those emotions and thoughts just be in the space and allow them to be as they are without judgment. And I want to set an intention for all of us for this particular session to reconnect back into your heart, to gain clarity from tuning into different perspectives and parts of yourself, and just leave feeling more whole and joyful and with more peace within yourself. And yeah, just clarity on the path ahead. and yeah, intention that you might have written as well earlier, maybe connect with that intention, that personal intention that you have. Just feeling that intention in your heart. And also if you have an intention specifically for this session as well, it's all welcome. And just take another deep breath in. And when you're ready, just open up your eyes and leave the space. So, just wanted to give a little background before we go into the embodiment practice on what archetypes are. You might be familiar, you might not be familiar. You can think of archetypes as a type of energy that we all have within ourselves. And there's so many different archetypes, that you can tune into. You can even, tune into a specific persona, maybe someone you saw in a movie, maybe even like a goddess, like there's just types of energy that we all have access to if we tune into them. And they can serve as allies in our life, where we might gain different perspectives on certain things. We can feel stuck. It might help us to empower us on whatever we need to face in our life. Have answers and clarity. Also, just like being more whole, because what we as humans tend to do is that we are maybe always acting from the same type of energy that we're familiar with. Maybe you see yourself as like a rebel, for example, then you're always like a rebel, but then maybe you're not so connected to like this compassion and love towards others. So when you are connecting to different archetypes and you have actually like integrated more parts of you, it makes you a more whole person and you have more resources to tap into whenever you need, because life just happens and we need to act differently depending on every situation. So it's really cool to connect to these different energies. And yeah, they're like basically like patterns and behaviors within our unconscious collective psyche, So like we all have everything, just so you know. And how do you connect with these archetypes? Well, what we're going to do now is an embodiment practice where I will put some music. And it was quite funny because when I was in the playlist, I was trying to not make it long, and it was like the perfect song. Does it work? Does it not work? Because I usually, can change the song, but because I don't want to make too much stress for you guys. So I hope the music is going to serve you well, because it really helps the music to really connect with these parts of you. And then I will guide you through the practice, and I will tell you about the specific archetype that you are going to connect with, and then just feel into what it feels like to be in this energy. And the archetypes that usually are the most beneficial to work with, maybe after the session and generally in your life, are the ones that create like some activation in your body. Maybe there's an excitement, or maybe there's like a trigger, like, oh, I don't want to be like that. Or maybe just really uncomfortable. You're like, oh, like I want to be like this, but I just can't. And all of these, like, these sparks of, like, it's not neutral, but it's kind of something there. It's an invitation to look into it. And afterwards as well, I invite you to journal, and that's also really beautiful to connect with archetypes. Like you ask these parts, this energy or this part of you, like specific questions, and you hear like their insight into how you can use that in your life. And yeah, exactly. You can use them when you're stuck, but I think in this particular session, I would love us all to connect with, you know, how these energies can serve us when we now go into this next phase of this autumn equinox, into this darker period and this new beginning that we're in now. How those parts of you can serve you. And again, there's so many different archetypes, and I cannot, bring so many. So yeah, feel free to as well note down, but I will go into more journaling prompts later. And the last thing I want to mention as well is, when we are not like embodying certain parts of us, they can also then more easily come in as a shadow, like unconscious. Maybe you feel like you don't want to be like that, and then actually they will come up in situations that are not really pleasant, or yeah, very really unconscious. So that's also another reason why it's really useful to have all these different parts integrated, so that it doesn't come out in this shadow way. So yeah, I want to have time for the practice, but if you have any questions, I would love to receive that before we begin.
Can I just ask, I'm finding this really interesting.
Yes.
What are the sort of like main archetypes? If are there like 5, or because you're saying there are loads, but if there are like particular ones, like sort of main ones, I'd love to hear a bit about it.
Yeah, so they are like, depending on from what angle you look at it from. You can go into, like, for example, just feminine archetypes, for example. Have a list of that. The maiden, the crone. Like, you can go all of these different, or the wild woman, and that's like one grouping. Let's put it that way. Then you have like Jung. He also has like these archetypes that, the sage, the joker, that, like, all of these different ones that he's very set. And then you have other psychological systems that have really set. So they are just, instead of like getting into what like their specific are, like needing to be in this specific grouping, just tune into this energy that can be, you don't have to define it, and it can just be whatever you want, actually. Like, I also kind of sometimes feel like I want to like be very correct with like these are the archetypes, and they are like, now we're gonna like go through everything that exists, in this very short embodiment practice. No. So yeah, but I'm glad to share more about it later, or maybe we can also talk about it after the session, and I can send you some information on like how to read on our lips and stuff like this. Yeah, but I hope that makes sense. Is that clear?
Yeah, that's really helpful. Thank you. Yeah, I'd love to
Okay.
hear more afterwards. That'd be great.
Amazing,
Thank you
amazing.
so much.
Okay, cool. So let's get in. Can you guys see the playlist? Okay, cool. So click on the playlist and get it ready on your Spotify. I hope that you have paid version, because if not, it's going to be a lot of commercials. Which would be a little fun, like, breaker in the middle. Okay, so have your Spotify list ready? Is it ready on your screen? Make sure that the volume is not too loud, because then you cannot hear me. So make it like medium on Spotify, medium height or something. And then last element, make sure it's not on shuffle, because then it's gonna be confusing. or maybe not. Who knows? Like, how did the universe want this to happen? Okay, so it's not okay. Are you guys all ready? Click play on the first one. Okay, so on count 1, 2, 3, and then on 3 we're gonna click play. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is bam. We stand up. This is all about shaking. I'm gonna also, you just really want to start with shaking, like we did with Ola. Just go super wild. Hear the drums and connect to this like tribal part of you. This kind of like in the wild, just like free, take your hips back and forth, like make weird sounds like you're like a wild woman basically, or a wild man. And feel free to just make noises. Imagine like you're in like this fire and you're with your tribe and you're all like just shaking and getting rid of everything that you don't want in your body and just really coming back to your body. I'm getting tired, but keep going. You can stick your tongue out. Just really shake your hips. We store so much in our hips. And just feel the connection to the earth, to the elements, to your voice, your expression, to your freedom, to your crazy wild. And also notice, what does it feel like to be in this energy? How can this energy serve more in your life? Notice if it feels natural, or maybe it feels a bit uncomfortable. It's all okay. Just keep going. Hear the drums. And find some joy in this. It's kind of fun as well. Remember, we're all playing just now. We're all playing. Feel the pulse in your heart getting high. Woo! Woo! Express your voice. Yes. And stick your tongue out. Keep going, just a few more seconds. Feel the gratitude of this energy, what insight it has given you, whatever you've learned, whatever you let go of. Just thank this energy. And now, abruptly, it changed. Now come back to stillness. And feel the soft music, thanking the energy that you just visited. And now, I want you to connect with this innocent inner child inside of you. The part of you that feels like anything is possible. Anything is possible. You have so many dreams. And your life is about joy. Like whatever makes you joyful, whatever makes you happy is what you want. And there's this softness and this innocence about you. How does this part of you want to walk in the room? How does this part of you want to move? What is possible in your life if you connect more with this part of you? This child that is just in awe of life. Dreaming, It's like a new day, you know, a new possibility every moment. Begin again. What dreams can you connect with are in this energy of the innocent child? What do you love doing when you're in this energy? What brings you joy? What brings you happiness? What is possible for you from here? Now come back to stillness and thank this child, innocent child within, all the insight you received. And now change position is actually helped really well to kind of come back to another energy now, because now we are gonna go into our inner rebel. Oh yes, the fuck it energy. Like I don't give a fuck about anything. I'm just gonna do the fuck I want. I don't care about anyone else. I'm here to break the rules. And I'm gonna dance like I'm breaking the rules. How does this part of you want to dance and move? Nothing is stopping in your life. You're just unstoppable. You're so powerful. Nothing is stopping you from your expressing your full expression. You just own your life. When you're in this energy, like what in your life right now are you like where you need this energy? Where are you stopping your expression? Where are you stopping yourself from living fully because you're scared of what other people are going to think? Because who the fuck cares what other people think? Tune into this energy. What is possible here? Notice how it feels like to be in this energy. Is it familiar? Is it weird? Just unleash yourself here. Really go into this like freedom of like, I don't care about what anyone else thinks because I can do whatever I want. Always. For me, it actually feels a bit like hip hop almost. Yeah, just feel what is possible in your life when you just give less fucks about things. You came here to live and to be happy and joyful. Don't let anything or anyone stop you from that, because you are here to break rules of that, if everyone is trying to do that. What kind of sounds was this part of you want to make? What is your fullest, most rebellious expression you can make right now? All right, come back to stillness and feel. Thank this energy for everything that it gave you. Thank this energy, and now change location again and tune into your inner artist. You're just this creative force, this unstoppable creative force, always spending time on everything that you creatively, whether it's painting, writing, dancing, singing, whatever it may be for you. You have so many ideas. How does this part of you move? What does this part of you say to you right now? What creative affairs have you maybe not been allowing into your life? What creative expression is waiting for you to fully embody now? Notice if it feels familiar here, or maybe it feels uncomfortable. Notice whatever you feel right now, the energy of the artist. And just feel what is possible when you're here, when you're the artist, and you're always immersed in creative activity. Wow, what is possible here? And thank this energy within yourself. Feeling all the insights you got from that. And now, again, change location. It'll help. Reconnect into your inner warrior, like your hero within. The part of you that is so bold, has a mission. You're so courageous. You're a leader. You're a leader of your life. And it's inevitable you're going to succeed. Of course you're going to succeed in what yourself into. Of course. How does this part of you walk? Straight spine, chin up, confidence. How does it feel to walk on the earth like this? You're so held by the surface beneath you. You're so connected to your heart. And you already won. You already won. What would be possible in your life if that was your attitude? You already won. You're so bold. You're so confident. You're so clear on your mission, and you're there no matter what. You are unstoppable here. Just feel into this energy. Feel into what is possible for you here. And open up to any insights that this part of you want to tell you about your current life in this moment, about what your aspirations are, what you want to step into, who do you want to embody, what do you want to serve from here, what is your mission? And if you don't know what your mission is, it's totally fine. Just be in this energy of you got it. You got it. You won. Just feel the power that this gives you. Feel what is possible and feel any insight that you gained from this energy, and thank it. Now, we're gonna go into the energy of the lover, and now we're just females here. Think of it as like a god, almost like this woman that just owns her pleasure. Come into your hips, move your hips. You're connected to your sexuality. You're connected to your joy. You're connected to your sensuality. Your body is your temple. You're constantly seducing life and being seduced by life. How does this part of you want to move? What does this part of you want to tell you about your current life right now? Imagine that your life was revolving around pleasure and joy and just being always in your body. How does that feel? Just enjoying all the senses, your hips. It's like a serpent-like energy. Just feel the pleasure in your body right now as you tune into this energy. And notice what it feels like to be here. And notice what this energy want to tell you about your life right now. What would your life look like if you were more tapped into this energy? Just breathe deeply into your body. Just feel the sensuality and see your life from here and the truth in your heart. Now come back to stillness. Thank the energy of the lover, the goddess. And now I want you to connect with the mother archetype, the caretaker within, the one that nurtures you and loves you unconditionally, so compassionate towards everyone and yourself. The one that always will hold you. I would always, always, always nurture you, no matter what. How does this energy want to move? What would your life look like had more compassion and more love if you were to nurture yourself first and foremost, not giving from an empty cup, but nurturing yourself first so that you can truly show up and give to others from a full cup? Notice any emotions that might come up in this energy. What would your life look like if you were to nurture yourself with all the love that you could possibly have? And just feel all the insights that you got into from this energy of the caretaker, the nurturer, the mother. And just come to stillness and settle that experience into your heart. And now we will connect for a moment here to your inner sage, the wise one within. You're all women. So the wise woman within, or the wise man, whoever watches the replay. The one that knows. You have all the answers within yourself. You're so connected. You're so trusting, so grounded. You know who you are, and you trust yourself, knowing that you always have the answers within yourself. Nothing can shake you. Nothing from the outside can dictate, because you know. How does it feel like to be in this energy of the inner wise one, the sage? So connected to spirit, so connected to the elements of the earth. Well, as you walk through life, you're constantly being guided. And you settle into this space. And notice what guidance might have shown up for you right now about your life. And what it would feel like to be connected to this part of you in every moment. And now, as the last song, last movement, I would love you to just move however your body wants to move. Maybe you want to embody more of one of the archetypes we just went through. Maybe you want to embody them all. Maybe there's something else that I didn't even go through now and you want to connect with. Whatever you might need. Or maybe it's nothing. You just want to move and you're free to do so however you like. Just stay connected to your body and move how it wants to move. Process what you need to process. Integrate all the wisdom and insight you got from this practice. Knowing that your experience was perfect as it is. Knowing that these energies are always available for you when you need them. Serving as allies in your life. Always there for you. Always available. Feeling the peace and the joy and clarity that you gain from these energies in your body. Letting it all settle, letting it all integrate into your being. So soft, so relaxed. Knowing that you can always, always hold yourself, because you always have everything you need inside of yourself at all times. Feeling the love for yourself. The love for your life. And the joy it is to be alive. Now come back down to stillness. Take a deep breath in. The music stopped. So if it didn't stop, just click on pause. And just come to stillness. Feel your feet on the ground, or you can sit or stand, however you like. Just letting all of this experience land into your body. Thanking all the energies, thanking all the insight and wisdom you've got. Feeling the gratitude for always having these allies with you when you need them. Knowing that they're always available. And notice if there were any archetypes that felt more challenging to connect with. There were any of them that you felt really connected to, or someone that you feel like you would like to connect more to in your life. Just bring awareness to all of that insight. And in the journaling practice, in this break that we're going to enter into now in 5 minutes, I invite you to journal about this experience. So that you truly can integrate into your being. And I also invite you to, if there are some of these energies or any other energies that you would love to bring more into your life, that you write, what would it look like to bring that energy into your life? And also, how can you do that? What is one little thing you can do every single day that would help you to connect to this energy? It can be dancing, embodiment practice that we just did. It can be journaling. Get creative. Tap into your artist and get creative. So thank you all. Take a deep breath and come back when you feel ready. I am sweaty. Wow. I was like talking like, thank you so much for bringing this practice with me. It was such a joy. I had so much fun. Oh, oh, wow. Hmm. And if you have any questions about this experience, about connecting with archetypes, for me personally, it was through improv acting and through my coaching practice that I really started doing this. And it just gave me so much wisdom myself. So that's why I thought it would be really cool to bring it here. And yeah, again, it's so useful to journal about this, so useful to just like spend time, you know, because it will help you so much. Like imagine if you woke up every single morning and you're like, I got a mission, I know what I'm doing. Like imagine, like this is great, you know. And it's just important to remember that like we need different parts of us at different times, you know. You can't be in that all the time. And also another cool thing you can reflect on as well is that because I only went through like 8 ones in this practice, but there's so many other ones. And maybe in your life, like you notice you watch the movie, you watch the show, or there's someone you look up to, or there's someone you really feel repulsed by, or something like this. Like get curious. Like what is it about their energy that is making this kind of activation in you? And get curious. Like, is it something that maybe you secretly want more of? Or maybe there's something that like you think it's not okay, but then why do you not think that is okay? You know, so like get really curious about that. And also if you think like, oh, like this person is so like this, like I wish I was more like that, but I can't because I'm like this, because my astrology says this and blah blah. It's like, no, you can be whoever you want to be. And it's all about practice. All about practice. So yeah, that's also a really cool exercise that I invite you to do. So just like get really curious about this. And yeah, what else? If you would like to stay connected to me, I think that yeah, Ola puts the information in the chat with my website and what I do. I work one-on-one with people. Gonna create some cool retreats and I do workshops. So yeah, love to stay connected with you all. And we even have 2 more minutes. Like I cannot believe how punctual I am. I was like thinking I was kind of like what are we gonna do in 2 minutes, guys? No. So yeah, I think that was all. I think that was all. And if you have any questions again, stick around and ask around. Sending you so much love on your journey.